Hi, I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are
Grassroots Living.
And this is how we live our love. Hi, we're so glad you guys are with us today. We are with Slow Momentum, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their channel soon and a little bit about what they do. My hair's a mess because we're out in the desert boondocking. His hair's a mess. His hair's a mess. She looks good. And this is a laid back thing we're doing today. We've got an interview going on with Slow Momentum. Dean's going to be doing most of the talking. I don't know what to do with myself because I always do most of the talking, but interview with Slow Momentum. We're excited. Here we go.
Hey, and this is the first interview we've ever done, so we're excited about it.
Super excited.
It's the first one we've been on.
And you know what? Honestly, we do a lot of work camping, and so whenever we hear somebody doing something else, I'm just fascinated. I've had a chance to sit down and talk with him for a long time now about what it's all about, and so we really want to share what he does for our audience, just so they know.
Yeah, you guys might want to do it.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's a cool job, and they make bank, so we're excited to hear about that.
but they've just started a YouTube channel, so let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, why did you want to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I wanted to start it not only for family, but to get the word out about our job in transporting. Actually, because some of the full-time RVers, I know they try to find ways to supplement their income, and somebody could, if they already got the truck, most of them, if they're doing the trailers, and they can always go get one load a month and make extra income like that.
Well, that's awesome. So where did you come up with the name Slow Momentum?
Well, I'm slow. I'm wanting to slow down, and my wife has a lot of momentum, so I said, hey, slow momentum.
There you go.
That's perfect. I
So
love
that's
it.
Yeah.
I love the name.
Now, do you post on a certain day or just kind of whenever you feel like it? Because I know you're always out on the road just busy traveling.
The plans are to start posting on Tuesdays and just call it like Transporter Tuesday.
Oh,
The
okay.
TT deal,
Okay,
something like
as
that.
long as you don't compete with us, because we're Tuesday people ourselves. That's all good.
We'll work out the times.
We'll
There you go.
work it out.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your job. Can you just tell us, maybe...
Did we introduce them?
Maybe we
Did
ought
we
to.
say their names? BJ, over here. She's the pretty one. And
KT.
KT,
The smart one.
the smart one.
Because I got her.
There you go.
True.
Ooh, I got out of
there
that
you
one.
go. You got that.
Well played, man. Good job.
Yeah. And their channel, as of the time we're putting this out, is very new. As a matter of fact, right now there's
2 videos.
There's just 2 videos, and they're just learning the editing. And you guys know when you started watching us, and we're still learning, the editing is a slow process. But after meeting these people in person, we know that their channel is going to be epic. So go check it out and know that they're at the beginning, but keep going back to their channel because it's really going to be good.
It is.
Yeah.
He's shown me some of the things that he's going to add in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's really going to be fun. So, all right. So tell us a little bit. Maybe take us through your last 2 weeks. What have you been doing the last 2 weeks? And
Okay. The last couple of weeks, we picked up a load from Indiana. That's where we're based out of, Indiana. And it was on a Saturday, right before New Year's, and we got a load coming to Manteca, California. Well, we delivered that on Friday, and from there we went up to Pendleton, Oregon, and we picked up 2 more trailers, and we went down to Colfax, California, and then I found out that everybody was here. And so we just went down to Southern California, and BJ was able to pick up a unit going to Avondale. And so we got here on Saturday, stayed, and then we were going to leave Monday morning to go deliver, and then we were either going to go to Indiana or go back home. And so she saw I was having a good time, and this is what I want to do, full-time RV. And so she said, why don't I just go deliver in Avondale, and then I'll come back.
So you each have your own truck.
Yes.
Right? So this is a question for BJ. BJ, you're going to have to yell because the mic's clear across the room here. But who's the better driver?
Of course, me.
BJ.
And who has the bigger truck?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Okay, I've heard the trucks outside of our window. I'm thinking she's got
She does.
a louder engine.
It's like a jet.
It's not only big. I have the Hampton Inn, and he's got Motel 6.
Yeah.
I take pride in my truck because being away from home, my truck is actually like home coming with me. I have pictures of my family, my kids, and I make it home, for me to where I feel comfortable and I'm not missing home more because it's right there with me.
Yeah.
So-
Here, you go ahead and hold that. And tell us about how your truck is actually set up back there. You said you have pictures and stuff. Did you take out the back seat or?
No, I left the back seat, and reason being I have problems with my shoulder, and the back seats kind of help me prop up my arms. So I have a 24-inch smart TV, in my truck, and I have my fans because I have hot flashes in there, and power inverters. I have microwaves,
What?
refrigerators.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And this is just a
phenomenal.
regular. What kind of a truck is it?
I have a Ram Dually 3500.
Yeah. So we're not talking about a. What do you call those? Like
Like
the
a
truck
semi-truck,
that's out
Like
here.
a
It's not-
tractor,
I don't
18-wheeler.
know.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a regular truck. So okay, sorry, I interrupted you. I have a hard time not talking.
All right. Could you tell us a little bit about who you work for and
Yeah.
how long have you worked for? 'em?
Okay. Well, we work for Horizon Transport. We both worked there. I started in February of '04. Been there 16 years. I'm proud of that. I'm number 3 in the company. My wife, she started in August of 17. She's already up to almost 250,000 paid miles. She's waiting to get her jacket. We'll get a jacket like at different intervals. And so I've got 1.3 million miles under my belt. Paid miles, not counting the empty miles. And BJ has right at 250,000.
Wow.
And matter of fact, we got married out in front of our office in Indiana.
Oh no.
Our safety man was a ordained minister, and so we went and got our license, and we said, "We got our license. You mind marrying us?"
All right. So.
It's a meet cute.
It's a what?
A meet cute.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie. It's a movie thing.
So when you talked about what you've been doing the last couple of weeks, like you said, you picked up in Indiana and went to California. I think a lot of people are like, well, took you 3 days? Is that what you said?
We on a load from Indiana to the West Coast is 3.5 days. We can do it legally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much did you get paid? I think that's what everybody's going to ask. Well, how
Yeah.
much did you get paid to drive all the way from?
We get paid by the mile, and it depends on the size of the unit. But coming to the West Coast, you will gross $2,800 to $3,200 a piece. A piece.
So around 3,000. And
Yeah.
then how much of that would you get to keep by the time you? Because they have to pay for your own gas and
Yeah.
things like that.
Fuel's probably about $600, and then time we deliver, usually it's anywhere from $2,200 to $2,400 that we get.
Okay.
And we are independent contractors, so we take care of our taxes at the end of the year.
And what's the minimum load that you have to take? The minimum number of loads that you have to take, and then the maximum that you can take, or is that?
Well, the minimum they want you to take one in a 30-day period, and it doesn't matter how long it is. It can be a short one or a long one, whatever. And the max is just all you can get.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
So I think a lot of our viewers would be interested to know, do they have to have a CDL for this job? What if they don't have the fifth wheel attachment on the back of their truck? Do they have to have that before they do?
Yeah. You don't have to have a fifth wheel. You can pull just bumper pulls. We have a couple of guys that have the truck campers on the back of their trucks, like the cab over truck campers, and they just pull bumper pulls. The only time you need a CDL if your GVWR with your truck and your trailer combined is over 26,000, then you need a CDL. What kind of license you need depends on the state. Like BJ, she doesn't have a CDL, but she had to have a chauffeur's license.
Okay.
So her truck is 14,000 GVWR, so she can't go over 12,000 GVWR rating on the RV that she's pulling.
Got you.
But with a CDL, he does get 3 cents more a mile than I do having a chauffeur's license.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually a bonus
Little
for having
CDL
a CDL.
bonus.
Okay, so that's good to know that maybe it'd be worth getting that license.
It's like 3,000 extra a year.
Nice.
Now, how do you go about determining where you're going to go next?
We have an app, our Horizon app, and we look on there and we see the different loads, where they're going, where they're paying, how many miles, if there's any certain delivery time, and then we basically pick what we want to do. Now, sometimes it's slow times due to the manufacturers changing the models and having the employees taken off for a couple weeks. So then you don't have as much of a choice then.
Okay.
And every now and then we split up. We have to go separate, but most of the time we go to the same dealer.
Yeah.
Well, and I notice, I think most people know that most RVs are built in Indiana. So does that mean you live in Indiana?
No, we live in Louisiana.
I think you could probably tell by his voice.
Yeah.
You can live anywhere. We have 2 drivers that live in Alaska.
Well,
Wow.
how could you do it as a full-time RVer? Essentially, we live in our camper, so we don't have a home base. Could we do it?
Yes. What my future plans is to have the 1,000 trails or different memberships, and whenever you can always go get a unit and then bring it back to the area where you're at, and then once you move somewhere else, you can, if you want to, you go get another unit and come back there. Okay. That's one way of doing it. Another way is if you want to work for a little while, just drive to Indiana and put your RV on our. I'm pretty sure you could leave it on our lot, and then go to work and
do
then
some runs and then.
Yeah.
Or like you said earlier, you could just get a truck camper and just live out of the back of it. So.
Yeah, that's a real good idea.
Yeah. Do you sleep in the RVs?
No.
Okay. Can you? Can people?
You cannot eat or use the facilities or cook in the campers. Okay. Now, we have a motorized division with the motorhomes, and you have to sleep in there. They don't require you getting motels and all, but everybody usually either crashes on the couch or something like that.
Yeah.
But we've got our hotels in the back of our truck,
Right.
so that's
Gotcha.
a lot more comfortable than the camper did.
Yeah.
Can you share with us? You don't have to, but can you share with us what you made last year? Both of you made last year.
She beat me last
1
year.
million.
She beat me last year. She and I think it was a trick, but she grossed 113,000 and I grossed almost 112. And the way that usually works out, because our main expense is our diesel, our fuel.
Of course.
And the way it's always worked out, I've been there 16 years, and you take what you gross, cut it in half, and add 5,000 to 10,000 to it, and that's what you net.
Oh,
So we do pretty good.
fancy math.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So in terms of work camping jobs, this is definitely one of the highest paying ones that I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of driving though.
Oh yeah.
You gotta like to drive, right?
To tell you, last year we did about 140,000 logged miles, and this year so far I bought my first new truck July 10th, and I've got 85,000 and like 50 miles. 85,000 miles in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
All right, so now you've got everybody excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. That's why we're doing the interview.
That's right. How did they go about, let's say, getting a job at Horizons?
Okay. Well, we got a good website. It's www.horizontransport.com. And you can go on there, and where it says want to be a driver, just click on that, and it tells you everything that you will need, required, and you can actually fill out an application online and go through the process. And we have a little day-and-a-half orientation, and then you get in a motorhome or hook up to a trailer, and you're going.
Nice.
Yeah.
If this sounds like a great life for you, I would encourage you to do exactly as he said.
Well, and do you guys have, like, the Slow Momentum have a Facebook page or any way to contact you if people had questions?
I'm working on the Facebook page, but we do have our YouTube channel to where you can message me in the comments.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That'll
great
work.
idea. Okay.
Plus, comments help all of our channels. So if you have any comments, leave them below.
If you have a comment about a comment.
Yeah, comment about a comment. And you can leave them on for us or then go to them and comment all over the place.
All right. Now, is there any startup costs involved?
just buying your hitches. You know, you got to have your truck, your hitches, and now, like I said earlier, fuel is the main expense. So in the back of our Dodges, we have 118 gallon fuel tanks.
Wow.
In the back of our truck, so we have 150 gallon capacity, and with our app and with our discount on our fuel,
Right.
we can save a lot of money right there. And I always tell everybody, don't buy new, buy used, because this may be for you, it may not be for you.
Sure.
Yeah, there actually is a cost. He didn't go for that. I guess you don't remember. You've been there so long.
You remember it though.
I remember very well. I had to have $50 for my signs for my truck, and it was $100 for our tags, our transport tags. Then they charge us $1,500 for a damage deposit and stuff.
Okay.
And the day that you sign on, you will have a drug screen done right there, and I think they charged me $25 for that.
Okay.
But now with the $1,500 damage deposit, you don't have to pay that up front. They'll hold out 10% of each of your loads until you get that. That's your money. That's just in case you have a damage claim. They'll take it out of that, and then you just replenish it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know.
All right. You think of anything else?
I'm good. Do you guys have anything else that you want to share that people should know, or?
It's just a great job. It's a we sometimes we sort of consider us paid tourist, and another good thing about it is that we probably only about 10% of our units are like a rush shipment, or you got to be there at a certain time. Like we go with 3.5 days, you know, to come to the West Coast. You can pick up on Monday and deliver Friday if you want to.
Okay.
You know, they just don't want you staying on a load for a long time because, you know, the dealer's waiting on it. But other than that, you just go at your own pace. We usually do like 650 miles a day to 700. Yeah, you don't have to run like us. But when we leave home, we're out here, you know, to work, and then we can take, like right now, we're taking some good time off right now with y'all and everybody. So that's what makes it nice about this job. It's no forced dispatch, and when things are going real good and plenty of loads, you pick and choose what you want, where you want to go. We do have a little turnover because, and the reason there's turnover, and this is with every company, is guys go out and buy these $70,000 trucks, and they max out credit cards, and they eat at the restaurants 3 times a day, and sometimes stays in motels, and you just can't do that. I mean, we have microwave coolers in our trucks, and like I said, we took our back seat out, built a frame, built a bed, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Yeah.
this. It's cool.
Yeah, we've never met anybody that does this, that we know of. So we were super excited to interview them. And the past couple days, just talking to these guys, we've learned a lot. But we still don't know all of the answers. Obviously, that's why we're interviewing. So please do leave questions for us or for them if you want to know more about it. We'll figure it out. Sounds
And we'll
super
be
cool.
explaining more in our videos
Okay,
too.
perfect.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something about KT here. He's really serious right now. He's going through the whole thing about what his job's like. This guy,
Hysterical.
he is.
Am I?
Hysterical. So you have to start, like I said, their slow momentum. Their channel is a baby, but it's gonna be.
You'll enjoy
It's
it.
gonna go fast, and it's gonna be good.
Thank you very
we're
much.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the sign out?
I am.
All right. So thinking of you see you next time. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Slow Momentum. This was fun. This was awesome. Until next time, this is Grassroots Living reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
Hey, we're thinking of you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Yeah, she doesn't know about Willie Ray.
What?
I heard him when I was in the.
Oh, I showed you
you-
Willie Ray. He
Yeah,
likes
you
Willie
were
Ray,
showing
don't you?
Oh,
Willie Ray
that
to
was
him,
cracking
and I
me
could
up.
hear him in the camper, and I was laughing. I
Hey,
said,
Willie Ray. Willie Ray's he's gonna come in.
"Yeah,
I tell you what, man. Oh, Willie Ray just talked to KT and Miss BJ, and they said they really missed y'all because they had a real good time out there in Arizona. But I told them he'll be all right, KT. They'll see you pretty soon one day out on the road. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, y'all take care out there. Enjoy Arizona. He said he on the way down to Florida. And Miss Betty G, she just waiting to try to get something out of Indiana, 'cause it's cold up there. Anyway, y'all take care. And remember, Willie Ray, here to stay.
I am Papa Drew's RV, and you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Papa Drew, what are the grassroots of what makes you happy?
Family.
Absolutely.
My family makes me happy.
How do you live your life?
We got the RV to bring the family together. All electronics go away. We spend time talking, interacting, and socializing with each other.